Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Mattel DC Multiverse Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice 6-inch Wonder Woman. Alright you guys, so taking a look here at the packaging, we have the DC Multiverse style box for this figure, and I really like the look of it. At the bottom you get a pretty cool portrait there of Wonder Woman, and it says Batman vs. Superman Wonder Woman, collect and connect grapnel blast replica when you get all the parts with each figure to build the grapnel gun. Now I will say the packaging is a little bit unstable because if you see there's very little surface area where it's actually contacting the surface. Part of it just kind of sticks up, which is an interesting design choice. I mean, it looks cool, but it is a little bit unstable. Side of the box says DC Comics Multiverse, gives us a look at the Batman vs. Superman logo on the bottom. Other side of the box gives us that same image of Wonder Woman, and she do look good. And then down here at the bottom, if you want to pause and read that, feel free to do so. Pretty good little synopsis there of the film. And on the back, gives you some information on the line, and then collect and connect all the pieces that come with the grapnel blaster. So Wonder Woman is number 3 in the series. So she's going to come with, it looks like the little plastic stand piece so that you can display the grapnel gun. At the bottom, you get images of the other figures in the line. We've already looked at Superman, we've looked at Armored Batman, and we've got the regular Batman coming up next. All right, you guys, so right off the bat, she looks okay. There's some issues that I have with the figure, but it does look like a Wonder Woman figure. The costume looks like they did it, pretty well. The likeness, we'll get to that in a minute. The physique of the figure is pretty good. Overall, she stands quite well. There is an issue with that, and again, we'll look at that in just a bit, but overall, she seems to be fine right now. Again, very nice physique to the figure. She has quite a bit of articulation, which is very, very cool. Comes with a couple accessories as well as the pack-in item so that you can build the grapnel gun. And I'll just give you a close-up here of the figure. Like I said, the likeness, it's not really there. It doesn't look like Gal Gadot, the actress portraying Wonder Woman, but it looks okay. I mean, she kind of looks kind of Mexican to me, I guess I would say. I don't know. It just seems like a missed opportunity. I really feel like they could have done better than this. It just doesn't look quite right, or like any iteration of Wonder Woman that we've ever really seen before. That's not to say it's bad. It is painted quite nicely. The hair looks very nice, nice and wavy, and I really like the way the hair looks, actually. It does look really good. It just doesn't look like, it should. It still looks good. It just doesn't look like it should, I guess we should say. But yeah, hair looks great. It looks like it's mostly like a deep black almost sort of color with a little bit of brown or auburn streaking in there. It's kind of hard to pick up on camera, but there is a little bit of additional color, it seems. The rest of the costume looks quite good. They got the Wonder Woman outfit, pretty well. I don't know how it's going to look in the film. From what I've seen in photos, it looks kind of like a little bit like this should be more black and this should be more dark red. But, I don't know. We haven't really seen Wonder Woman in action all that much yet in the trailers. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt for now. But from what I've seen, it does look a little bit off. The gold coloring of the costume is pretty well. It's a bit of a metallic look to it. It has quite a bit of an armored look to the corset. I really like the leathery look of her skirt. I think that's pretty well done. And you have a brown bandolier that goes around her body and then around her shoulder. And one thing I do like about this Wonder Woman is that the proportions seem to be pretty good. Like, it doesn't look like they exaggerated her too much like they tend to do with comic book figures and such. This actually looks pretty natural. And for that, I do got to hand my hat off to Mattel because they did a good job in that regard. The gauntlets on the arms look pretty nice. Very metallic look to them. You can see they're pretty shiny. And her boots, again, the red feels like it's a little too vibrant to me, but again, we'll see the movie in due time and see what it really looks like. She kind of has like these wedged heels, and they're gold with some brown straps. So it does kind of have like a an ancient Rome type look to it. Maybe that's the intent. I guess we'll know more once the movie hits. By and large, though, it looks okay. It just doesn't really look like the actress. The skin tone is pretty deep. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's dark. It's just like a deeper shade of like a beige color. And, overall, quite nice. She doesn't have peg holes on her feet, which kind of sucks because, if you wanted to put her on her base or something, you wouldn't be able to do that. Now, in the way of articulation, Wonder Woman has a ball joint here at the head, but unfortunately, it just doesn't really get any movement because of the hair. It's just really restricted, so you really can't do anything with it at all. She has ball joints at both of these shoulders, and they get a nice range of movement. They don't get hindered or anything. You get swivels at the top of the bicep. You get bends at the elbows, and the bends are a little bit weird, not because of the joint itself, but because the arm, the way that it's sculpted, you can see that it kind of, goes up. It's not like straight all the way around the elbow. For whatever reason, Mattel decided to kind of, taper off the forearm a little bit, maybe to make it look more naturalistic when you have it bent. But it does hinder the movement. I don't really like that. She has swivels at both of the wrists. You get a swivel at the waist, joints at both of the hips, and they are a bit hindered with the skirt, but you can get some movement nonetheless. You have swivels at the lower thighs, bends at both of the knees, and those are pretty well hidden, at least from the front. You get bends at the ankles, and no rocker hinges present. So very basic articulation in terms of a Mattel 6-inch figure. It's really what you would expect, but nonetheless, it is quite a bit of articulation, so I do like that. In the way of accessories, you get two of them. The first of them being this sword, which Wonder Woman has to have, of course, and it looks decent. I don't think it's anything spectacular, though the hilt looks, pretty detailed. The backside, unfortunately, says China. I don't know why they had to put that there, but it really takes away from the look of the sword, in my opinion. As far as getting her to hold it, in the left hand, it's actually a little bit loose, so, it kind of moves like that. But in the right, it's a little bit tight. It's the opposite problem, so you kind of got to press it in there. But, once you get it in, she does hold it very well. So you can put the sword right through there. I think that's where it's supposed to go. Though it is a pretty tight fit. Like, you're not going to... It's going to be really hard to get it all the way through, but you can do something like that. There's also what looks to be her whip here on this side. At least I'm pretty sure that's her whip. And if you wanted to put it through there, you could do that as well. It fits better in there. But I don't think that that's what they meant for that to be for. The other accessory is the shield that she comes with. And this is actually really, really nicely detailed. I really like what Mattel did with the shield. It's very, very nice. Again, it has that ancient Roman type look to it, or an ancient Greek sort of look to it, and I think it's really nice. The texture is very nice here. The eagle, I think that's an eagle, looks very cool. It's got a metallic look on the outside. You get like a bronze and then more of like a steel or something. This is very, very cool. I'm very impressed with this. And the back is also very nice, surprisingly. And it looks like Wonder Woman is supposed to put her arm through there and then grab the handle right there. It's just really hard to do that. I mean, it seems like her hand should go in right there, but it doesn't really go in because her thumb is too big. So yeah, the best thing that I found with this is, you do want the eagle to be upright, of course, is just to have her hold it like that. You can have her grab onto the handle or whatever that is right there, and she can hold it okay. The thing of it is heavy for her, and again, she can't really accomplish a 90-degree angle with the elbows, so it's really hard to get it in any decent position other than her just holding it like that, which really does suck because the shield looks amazing, and there's just not really a practical way to get it on there. I mean, that's about all you can really do with it is just have her hold it like that. But, it's too heavy. It's way too heavy. Because you could also do that, but the shield's upside down, unfortunately. So it's like one of those things where, a lot of opportunity was present. They did a really nice accessory, but she can't really interact with it all that well. Oh, Mattel, you're killing me. Well, I guess that sort of works. I was able to get her right hand through there, and the shield is upright. Though I don't know if she's right-handed or left-handed, but if she's right-handed, she probably wouldn't have the shield in her right hand. That's where she would have the sword. But yeah, I mean, that's basically about all you can really do with it. So it's kind of a bummer. But hey, I guess at least she holds it is a silver lining. So the pack-in piece that we get with Wonder Woman is this part. It's part of the base for the grapnel gun. And then this plastic piece just supports the top of the grapnel gun. So just kind of holds it up. And then this clicks into the rest of the base, which comes with another figure. The other issue I wanted to point out is that she has a slightly longer right leg than left leg, which is kind of the same issue that the armored Batman had. He had one leg that was longer than the other. Luckily, in this case, it doesn't really hinder your ability to get Wonder Woman to stand. I mean, you can't get her to stand, unlike Batman, where, the armored Batman just will not stand no matter what you do. So in that regard, I can look past that a little bit more. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Mattel DC Multiverse Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice 6-inch Wonder Woman. Oh no, you guys, I'm pretty disappointed with the figure. The figure is just a very big missed opportunity, more than anything else. Like I said, it doesn't look that bad. It actually looks quite decent. I actually really dig the costume and all the elements that they added to it, like the texturing and the paint. That's really nice. The accessories are quite nice. Really, really like the shield. But the figure itself is just a letdown because the likeness is nowhere near where it should be. There's no articulation in the head, basically, because of the hair. She has a heck of a time holding on to that shield. It just doesn't interact very well with her. And the way that they designed her elbows is just really, really weird. Not the articulation itself, but the way that they sculpted the forearms. It just really kind of hinders the articulation, prevents it from accomplishing a full 90 degrees. So the figure is definitely a letdown. Unless you're completing the whole Batman vs. Superman multiverse line, then, I would say just skip this one. There are better Wonder Woman figures out there. Mattel has certainly done some excellent Wonder Woman figures over the years, what with the DC Universe Classics line, as well as the DC Unlimited line. This just really pales in comparison. And, all in all, I am pretty disappointed with this as a figure, especially at the $20 price point. I think it should have been a little bit more than what we got. On a scale of 1 to 5 stars, I'm going to give this one 3 stars. It's passable as a figure purchase, but it's just not that great. Could have been a whole lot better. All right, my friends, if you enjoyed this video, then I do encourage you to please like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this Wonder Woman figure, whether or not you're thinking about picking it up. Be sure and follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And as always, I want to thank you for watching Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.